Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome to the sacred space. We got the elemental spirits here. The elementals. The fire, the flowers. Again, dark pink is very significant. Dark pink roses. If on Facebook, you're seeing all of the signs and synchronicities I've been receiving this week. Have been quite a lot. 2-2 on the timer as a sign in synchronicity and key code. So welcome. Welcome in source codes. Absorb those source codes. Okay. Got a little earth, air, wind, fire, water. Welcome in the elementals just for that extra protection. Fire, water. All right, I've got the diffusers going. Excuse me. So, I took the day off yesterday for making any videos. I did a very, very short video yesterday morning about specific signs, synchronicities, and key codes for you to go look at. And again, the ones that have been present in my life, I've actually been going online and yes, using ChatGPT as a co-creation, co-collaboration, because I am the designer of this game, to share information about specific signs, synchronicities, and key codes, and then posting that on my Facebook. So a lot of them that have come up in repeat. A really interesting one is Jeeps. Seeing Jeeps in all colors. I literally went out today to do a really quick errand. I'd been out of the house in a day and a half. It's been really cold here in Michigan. Like sub-zero temperatures. I think it was minus 24 yesterday and it was minus 15 today. And I think I saw 3 or 4 Jeeps in the amount of time I was out. So Jeeps are very significant. So I was really curious on that particular sign in synchronicity. Of course, dark pink and dark pink roses, which I was guided to purchase this floral bouquet here this week. Movies I was watching, the fuchsia dark pink color was present. There's a movie that I'm guided to suggest. A lot of throat chakra clearing, so my apologies. The movie that might be fun for you to watch if you're into signs, synchronicities, and key codes and activations is The Greatest Inheritance. It was made in 2022, 222. It's on Prime, all right? And there was literally just, for me personally, there were signs, synchronicities after signs, synchronicities, you know, pearls, inner child play, treasure hunts, frogs, dragonflies, eagles, strawberries, rainbows, the faith of a mustard seed, that you can move a mountain with the faith of a mustard seed, the dark pink, hummingbirds, what else? Signs. There was literally signs, right? Just different things like that. So check that out. Oh wait, yeah, the color blue, throat chakra. Specific letters came up that were significant. MAY, ravens, crows, blackbirds. Okay, so that's, you know, just maybe a sign in synchronicity. And again, this is, I believe, video 73 of 111 of FreQSpeak, of sharing my real raw frequency and energy. So welcome. My name is Tanya. I was guided by source through a community, the Divinely Aligned community, through the Divinely Aligned channel, to start sharing my messages in any way that they want to be channeled through as a verbal channel, as a co-creator and collaborator with source energy, with my higher self, with my spiritual team, with higher consciousness, and just sharing these daily videos, YouTubes. I do Facebook Reels as well. My journaling, stuff that I'm picking up on a daily basis, my experiences, my personal life journey in different 404 on the timer in different ways, shapes, and forms. So welcome if you're new. Thank you for getting curious and clicking play. If you didn't get curious to click play and somehow I landed in front of you the other way, that means your higher consciousness, your spiritual team, source creator, knew you were ready to receive my specific frequency, my specific flavor, color, and essence that I have to offer to the collective. Okay, so welcome, beautiful souls. Okay, and again, please welcome in the source codes. The rainbow frequency, again, rainbows, you're seeing rainbows probably on repeat daily. The blue, there's a lot of blue here, so I'm wearing blues. That's that throat chakra and third eye. Speaking your truth. So the part of that becoming inspired to hit record on a daily basis in some way, shape, or form, or to create in some way, shape, or form. So yesterday I didn't hit record really. I did a very, very short video. but I was doing creations. I was posting all of this information on the signs, synchronicities, and key codes. So that was another form of creation. So I'm a multifaceted human and a multidimensional being, as you are, right? Excuse me. You are here to create and to play, and that's why you're going to hear this on repeat from many ways, shapes, and forms and channels to speak your truth, to stand in your truth, to share your creative energy, however that looks, and to share your specific frequency and energy. And yes, I do speak light language, and so sometimes if you hear it channel, it's to clear my channel. My human words get so stumbly I can't keep up sometimes, so I will stumble through my words. I've also been stumbling with my journaling in the sense I'm not spelling words right, or like my hands getting ahead of my head and all of that. So you've also might 555 on the timer. Also might be experiencing those stumblings of your words, maybe a little more brain fog, throat chakra clearing. Again, maybe you've gone through a detox. I've done videos on the detoxing that's taking place, the fatigue, the lethargy, the weird dreams, the weird sleeping times, all of it. It's part of this recalibration of your nervous system, this recalibration of your chakra system, this reintegration, this integration of everything that you've been going through, all going through these death and rebirth cycles, and being on this fast track. Things that used to take months or years are going in days or weeks. Okay, so just be kind to yourself, have a lot of grace with yourself. Okay. So what I want to just touch on a couple of different things is, so I basically took the day off of FreQSpeak yesterday, and this is the second day. I did that last week because I was I was just exhausted. Like I just am not, and I'm not worried about it. This is not about, it's just doing when you're called to and not forcing. So we're not doing things to force anymore. We're not doing things to try to be perfect or to convince or any of that. So if I didn't feel called to hit record, I didn't. I spent a lot of time resting again yesterday. These past few weeks have been a massive healing, release, recalibration, reset, reboot, integration, all of it, and then some. So I honored the stillness and the rest. And I literally said I went outside for a little bit to do a couple things. And then I'll probably be in the house the rest of today and probably tomorrow, unless I'm called to go out. And again, it's doing that grid work, to do that sacred work when you are called to go out into what I call the wild, to either just take a drive around, to go to a store, to get something, whether you probably really need it or not, because you are doing grid work while you're out, whether you're just driving to certain places or taking different directions, or like I said, just going out to get something that, I went out for soy milk, and I dropped some pants off to donate in a free space at the wellness store. Okay, so your light bodies are becoming fully activated. Okay, fully activated and online. Okay, so again, there's a lot of detox and purging that has to take place. So a lot of people have been sick. Definitely December and January. It's going through waves, and I think in the next 30, 60, 90 days, you're probably going to experience that, either another wave of sickness or clearing, detoxification, or you're going to see more people around you that are going through this, because your body's trying to give you signs and signals, and you're either listening or you're not listening. Okay, and that could be like you need to quit paying your attention to certain things, or your consumption of certain things, whether it's the television, the news, the media, the bullshit in your family dynamic, the foods, the drink, whatever it is, the partying, whatever you're doing. Your body's trying to tell you, and you're going to really get really uncomfortable the less you listen. Especially, you're going to end up in these purge or sicknesses more often. 911 on the timer. Again, 911, please go look at that number. Anytime I rattle off numbers, Source always says, please go look at the meaning of that. And I suggest the spiritual meaning and the angel number meaning, because there might be a couple different variations, okay? And see where you're at in that moment when you hear that, when you see that. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you listening to in that now present moment, okay? So these leveling ups, right? This rapid pace, fast tracking that we're on right now of these upgrades. You're leveling up, instantly getting insight. You're cultivating more inner coherence, that heart coherence, that mind-heart coherence. This is the brain. go to your 0 point. Your quantum compass is your heart. So you're starting to cultivate more of that inner coherence, right? And this is just a reminder that one single person in a chaotic room can shift an entire atmosphere without speaking. So if you are that person and you're here, which is no coincidence because you probably resonate with me in that sense, my frequency, because when I step into a room, I know, and I've known this for a long time, if I step into a room, I can feel and or read the energy pretty rapidly. Okay? And the more I've learned about energy and all of that stuff, I'm able to represent or go into that room a little differently now, okay? But just know that one single calm person in a chaotic room can shift the atmosphere without speaking. You might be the only person in that room, okay? And you're going to feel that. You know that, okay? So remember, you're going through this massive light body integration. Thank you, Source. This light body integration. Beautiful light codes. I love to play with source codes. All right. My little spider plant here. Spiders could be significant as a sign, synchronicity, and Q code. I literally looked down and I had a daddy long, lady long, like 11 on the timer. And so crawled up on me and literally webbed out in one of my videos. That was a couple days ago. Spiders crawling in front of you is a very significant sign in synchronicities, okay? Please go check that out again. Please go look at the spiritual meaning of seeing these things, even Jeeps, like random things like a Jeep, like insects and birds and bugs and things like that. There's a significance to that, okay? There's messages there for you. It's like a puzzle piece. It's like a treasure hunt. I like breadcrumbs or cookie crumbs, all right? But I like puzzle pieces or even like the treasure hunt. We're going on a treasure hunt. A very special treasure hunt. Circle in a dot. X marks the spot. So again, that movie last night was like one big treasure hunt. It was so much fun. And I see movies differently. I rewatch movies and I see things differently because I'm a completely different human than I was the first time I saw it or the second time I saw it or whatever it was. And I see more things. I'm receiving more signs, synchronicities, key codes, and activations from that. Okay? So this is the great completion cycle. Remember, we are in the great awakening right now. It is unfolding right now. We are going through this great completion cycle, the final residue clearing, okay? Final residue clearing, 707, 14, 22, 144. Please look at the signs, synchronicities, and symbolizations and meaning behind these numbers. 3, 2, 1. I saw the other number, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We know that's countdown energy. And we're seeing like 1, 2, 3, 4, that's stepping energy. You're stepping stones energy. 717, 11. Remember, if you're a little confused, that's okay. The ego is really confused right now. The mind is really confused. Just keep breathing and just keep letting the ego get curious on stuff and just listen to stuff and it'll resonate when it's meant to resonate, okay? One day this will all make sense, okay? Be kind to yourself right now because you are amazing and you are good enough. You're more than good enough. You are worthy. You are so worthy and you are so worth all of it. All of it. The epic, amazing adventures, the epic, all of the amazing purpose that's coming, all of the abundance, all of the creative energy, all the incredible things this beautiful life has to offer you. You have, you're worth and deserve all of it, okay? And you deserve this with effortlessness, ease, flow, and grace, okay? So sit, relax, and breathe. So let's breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 1404. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. Birds. Blue jays are significant as well. For my collective, as a sign in synchronicity, eagles are significant. Butterflies. Remember, there are 1,444 minutes in one day. So taking 5 minutes of the day to go within and to pause and to connect with your higher self and to recalibrate will not be the end of the world. Okay? All right. And this is just, again, a gentle reminder. An ego death is not a one and done. The dark night of the soul. that ego death, that concept shape-shifting and transformation. It can happen over and over and over again. And if you are here still in this far into the video, you resonate. That an ego death is not a one and done. The mind and ego, it's not really the death of, but if you know, you know, okay? It's just another form of transformation. The death and rebirth process is not a done. Thank you. That's better. That's a better. Thank you, Spirit. So the death and rebirth process is not a one and done. Okay. It is a continuous conscious evolution. So as collectively, a group, as a collective consciousness, as well as individually, we are constantly going through these death and rebirth processes. And it is a constant, continuous evolution. It's part of the process. It's part of the evolution, okay? So when you stop trying to force things to happen, to pushing for outcomes, and this is how, when I had another massive awakening last year, I was still in my spiritual ego, and I was set straight pretty quickly. But again, this is just going from experience, I was constantly trying to force and to push things to happen and for the outcomes. I wanted it now, because again, that's part of the programming and conditioning that I still had to heal and let go of, okay? To surrender. So when you stop trying to force things to happen, pushing for those outcomes, those knee-jerk reactions, when you stop allowing those knee-jerk reactions, knee-jerk reacting to people, places, and things around you, things shift and change rapidly. So remember, just holding that calm, assertive, quiet, gentle strength, okay? And I've seen this already in my personal life with my partner, where he's having, whether he's conscious of it or not, he's having less and less of these knee-jerk reactions to people, places, things, circumstances, and outcomes, okay? Doves are significant, okay? 808 is significant. 101 is significant, okay? All right? When you allow this to stop taking place, you will give space for life, for God, for source, for the universe, the universal consciousness to be able to move through you effortlessly and easily, okay? This is a necessary process for this evolution, for your evolution, for our collective evolution, okay? All right. Healing. This is the necessary process for evolutional healing, and to be the conscious creators we were born to be. You were born to be a conscious creator, okay? You are a creator being because you hold a spark of the divine, okay? Your next chapter begins the second you stop trying to rewrite the last one, okay? I'm going to say that again. Your next chapter begins the second you stop trying to rewrite the last one. Fight Song by Rachel Platten might help you get up and just feel like and stand in your power. So please go listen to Fight Song by Rachel Platten. All right? All right. Remember, you are the solar flash. So if you're here and you've heard about this, the solar flash, all right, that's an internal thing. It's not something that's happening outside of us. It's happening inside of us, okay? And yes, we do get these solar flares and these plasmic blasts and all of this, but that's to help this process of this conscious evolution, okay? But the solar flash happens within. Everything is within you, right? It's not, remember, there's not somebody outside of you that's coming down on a white cloud to save you. That's programming and conditioning. There is no old white man with a beard on a throne in the sky. Jesus is not a savior. Jesus was a human being. He was a father. He was a husband. He was a teacher. He was a master. Okay? He was human. All right? Him and Mary Magdalene came here with the blueprint of Christ consciousness. Okay? Yeshua. Okay? All right. The other thing that I like to talk about, and I said this in the other videos, if you're seeing sign and synchronicities of specific numbers and you work with the tarot, have fun. Because if you're seeing 7 on repeat, that's associated with the Chariot card, which is victory, overcoming obstacles. If you're seeing 10s on repeat, 10 things like that's associated with the Wheel of Fortune card. That's change, that's destiny, that's luck turning around, up or down. For most of it's up. All right, things are moving, ready or not, right place, right time of that Wheel of Fortune card. If you're seeing 14s like I have, outside of my birthday being 10-14, You can really have fun with these signs and synchronicities, these key codes, these puzzle pieces, this treasure hunt, this magical treasure hunt that you and your team are on together, your higher self and source in the universe. You're playing together. Balance and harmony, moderation and patience. It's Temperance card. Earth angels, starseeds, light workers. Okay? It's all about the integration, the mixing of the logic, the emotional, the action, and the rest to create something better. So it's balancing the integration process, the logical and emotional in the action and resting. All right, you've been really called to rest more. And if you're not, you're going to get sick. I'm not saying that to be an asshole. I'm saying that because your body and your soul need deep rest. Depression, deep rest. You need deep rest more than ever right now. Because you're going through these rapid evolutionary upgrades in this process, in this massive, rapid, accelerated, fast-tracked evolution. Thank you, source. All right. So like I've been seeing the number 1, 2, 3. Yesterday was January 23rd. That equals to the 6. You can break numbers down, break them up, however you want to. Have fun. 21 on the timer. Okay. And I believe 21. Can't think of which card that is right now. All right. But 1, 2, 3 adds up to the number 6, which is the Lover's card in the tarot. So that could mean a love of self, balancing, coming into union with yourself, balancing the masculine and feminine, balancing the light and the dark. All right. Choices, alignment, values. And yes, it can mean also physical union with another soul. Whether it's your soulmate, your divine partner, your twin soul, whatever you resonate with. Okay. The Lover's card also is deep connection or partnership, like partnering up with other soul family members, okay? Choosing what truly aligns with you, not just what feels good in the moment, all right? Let's see here. Let me just see what else wants to come through here from my scribbles and scrapes. If you're seeing the 8s, that's associated with the Strength card. Inner strength, courage, patience, calm, compassion, control over impulsiveness, okay? Number 2 is that High Priestess card. You read 2211 on the timer. Do you associate with being a high priest or priestess? I do. I have been in many past lives. Okay? So you can also play with those signs and synchronicities and key codes, okay? So a lot of us, and especially if you're here versus myself, you have been training in the dark. We train in the dark, okay? This is like boot camp on steroids, basically. This lifetime has been boot camps on steroids. Why? Because we chose to come here. We knew we were strong enough to go through all of us, to wake up during this process, 2244 on the timer, so that we are able to help usher in new earth. We are the bridges between the old reality and the new reality that is being constructed, that is the blueprint is being built through us, through our healing, through the work, through the embodiment, through the truth speaking, for the standing in your power, to the remembrance of who you are. Do you remember who you are? You are a divine being, having a human experience. You are a spark of the divine. You are an aspect of your higher self, of your oversoul, having a human experience to learn, to grow, to master. You're master alchemists. You are master alchemists and you are master magicians. You can manifest at will now. So be very mindful of what you're speaking, what you're thinking, and what you're writing, and what you are wrapping and entangling that energy in, okay? So like I said, blue jays are significant, doves, diamonds, white feathers, especially white feathers in random places, white horses, flocks of birds, stars, hearts, seeing Buddhas, which is really weird. Once I wrote all this down, I was seeing all of these signs and synchronicities in that movie I watched last night, which is so much fun, okay? All right, so speak your truth gently. Honor your heart. So speak your truth and gently honor your heart and embrace the divine guidance that your team is always trying to give you, your higher self is trying to give you, with love and courage. Tigers are significant. Red sports cars are significant. Orange butterflies are significant. Butterflies in general, blue butterflies. Okay, so this particular video and a lot of my messages this week are around these signs, synchronicities, and key codes because there's a reason for it. Your higher self, your team is using me as a vessel to get your attention, to start paying your attention to these signs and synchronicities that they are using to get you messages, to get you affirmations, confirmations, to give you the next piece, to give you the next clue, the next the puzzle piece, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I have some little quotes here. So seriously, a wise woman said, fuck this shit, fuck the Matrix, and she lived happily ever after. All right. Now again, we are, unplugging from the false matrix, and there's stepping into this organic matrix, this 5D reality, this new earth, okay? That we are ushering in, that we are helping build, blueprint, construct, co-create together. All right. Remember, you are cosmic consciousness. Do you remember? I'm going to talk directly to your soul right now. Do you remember who you are? Speaking directly to your soul. The ego and mind doesn't need to understand this. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember who you are? Okay. All right. Peacocks, white peacocks. Planting seeds, stars. Okay. A lot. So we're here to play, to create, to co-create together. We're here to step into that higher love. Okay. That higher frequency of authenticity. Okay. So do not wait for any validation outside of you. So do not wait for external validation. Begin living as if this new paradigm that you are manifesting, it is already here. Because guess what? It already is. Everything exists all at once. You've already done it. That's like your highest self reaching back through, giving you these messages. Okay? So quit waiting for external validation. It's already here. It's already here. Okay? Begin to living. Even though this out here doesn't look like it's changed, live it from the heart. Live it from your inner child. All right? This is how you celebrate this manifestation. So the more of us that do this, that live in this now present moment, choosing joy when circumstances aren't perfect, when we choose love over fear, when we choose service, all right, now, not when you have more time or resources, all right, do it now, don't wait. When you choose love now over fear, not when others prove they deserve it. Every time you make a choice, you make it in alignment with the frequency of the world you wish to inhabit. That's what we're doing right now. And doing so draws that world closer into manifestation, okay? You just need to choose now. You need to choose you now in every now present moment and become present even more so every now present moment, okay? Okay? Every now present moment is a frequency you wish to embody, okay? And trust the universe will rearrange. So live in that moment, live in that frequency, and trust and believe that the universe will rearrange itself to reflect the choices back to you, okay? This is a holographic matrix. It's a holographic system. It is a reflection, all right? You do not need permission. You do not need to wait for authority figures to give you the green light. Go now. The time is now. Do it now. Express now. Create now. Play now. You do not need to earn your worthiness because you are already worthy. Already worthy. All right. You do not need to prove your readiness because you are ready now. What you just simply need to do is to choose now. In each present moment, now. You are eternal. You are eternal. You are powerful. You are powerful. And you are loved beyond all measure. And you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you're doing right now. Okay? You are exactly where you need to be and doing exactly what you need to be doing for the highest and best and good for all. Trust that and embody that. The Great Awakening is happening now. 211-4444. A lot of air energy communication. 144. Okay. Balance. Balance is not by doing, it's by resting. You need to balance out the doing and the not doing. You need to balance that warrior spirit and that nurturing, mothering, resting feminine energies. That warrior masculine energy, balance it with the nurturing feminine mothering energy. Rest, relax, release, restore. That nervous system is begging you right now. It needs it right now. All right, this is the grand journey back to self. And to do this, you have to go within. The answers are here. Sit, meditate, breathe, contemplate, get into nature, walk, take sacred baths, listen to nature music. Do what you need to do to go within, to remember who you are, to receive the messages, the angles of light, the angel messages, the spirit messages, the messages from your higher self, source consciousness. You have to go within. Thank you for being here. If you've made it this long, this next message is definitely for you. So I picked up my journal from last year. I started this in October. This is one journal and it has probably 3 months in it. And this is one journal that I barely get a month out of. So that tells you what has shifted for me with my journaling. So I was guided to pull out this journal and just look at this date or around this date of last year. So today's January 24th, 2026, because I don't think I said that. Again, all videos are timeless. And remember, you're receiving this for your highest and best good through all the unconditional love and light, through divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, and divine wisdom, and divine knowledge. All right? Creative energy, orange. This was from a meditation, a very short meditation, when I started like falling into 3144, the calling of to meditate a lot at this time last year. I was meditating 3 or 4 hours a day. Morning, afternoon, and night. Not because I was forcing it, because I was called to do it and it felt natural. Just like exercise felt natural at that point, it was part of my lifestyle. The meditation became part of my lifestyle. It was part of this healing process that I've been going through. This massive transformation this past year. Today is a beautiful day of opportunity. I'm exactly where I need to be. I open myself to the universe, to God, to source, to my higher self, and I trust the unfolding of my life. 3222 on the timer. So repeat that again. Today is a beautiful day of opportunity. I am exactly where I need to be. I open myself to the universe, to God, to source, to my higher self, and I trust the unfolding of my beautiful life. Be still. Okay? We are one, we are all, we are awake. Breathe. Find the wisdom in the silence. The wisdom, the knowledge is in the silence. Walk the path that calls you. The stillness speaks to you. So beautiful souls, this is your beautiful message today. So thank you for hanging out with me, clicking play, liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all the things if you feel called to. Again, I'm doing this because this is the way I can contribute to the collective, to you beautiful souls, to the field. All right? Being a verbal channel, working with source consciousness, working with my higher self. I am my higher self. Say that. I am my higher self. I am embodied as my higher self. Know it, feel it, embody it. Walk every day as that, as your higher self. And I will see you on the next one. I love you. Keep going. We've got this. We've got this. I've got you. You've got me. We've got each other. We've got this. I know you're tired. I am tired too, but we've got this. We've got this. Love you. Bye.